Look at these beautiful things. This is insane. Look how big this rotor is. That is insane. What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to talk about the 034 Motorsports two-piece floating brake rotor for my Audi SQ7. I have to hold this thing up because it is so ginormous, but it's a sight to be seen. So this right here is the front rotor for my SQ7. It features a 2.8 pound reduction in the weight by doing a two-piece, which means that the centerpiece of this aluminum centerpiece, is separate than the outside rotor, so I can replace the outsides if the outside becomes worn. This features a lot of really cool innovation, really to make sure that it keeps your brakes cool underneath hard braking or even taking it to a track. The J-hooks on the outside are known for being able to help the gases escape between the brake pads and the disc itself. They are 72 directionally curved vanes. So these vanes on the inside actually go all the way through the rotor, and they're directional. So when the rotor is turning, it forces the air through into the inside of the rotor to keep both sides equally cooled as it's traveling down the road. It's a pretty cool way to see how they're directionally vaned to really kind of force the heat away from this particular rotor. The other thing that I'll say about this, which I'm pretty impressed by, is there's some laser etching on it. So I'm hoping that I can get it close enough where you can actually see that it actually shows the 034 Motorsport branding on it. And just the construction of this thing is just absolutely insane. It's really put together well. I will tell you it's heavy. I know there's a 2.8 pound reduction in this, but it still is 32.5 pounds, which is pretty crazy. So the fronts for my Audi SQ7 are 400 millimeter by 38 millimeter. And the rears are 350 by 28 millimeters. I'll pull up the rears right now just so you can take a look at them. The rears will be a little bit easier to handle. They're smaller. They're not as big, but I'm doing both sets. I'm doing front and rears. Both are directional. In fact, they even laser etch on the outside here. It will tell you kind of the direction you need to mount them on your vehicle to make sure that you can get the air through the vanes appropriately to pass through. There's a lot of questions about the J-hooks on the rotors themselves to see if they actually make noise. So I'm going to have a video that's going to pop up here that's going to show the noise of the J-hooks. I will tell you right now, the existing brake squeal on the vehicle is pretty high. I drove about 9,000 miles over the brake light coming on, and it's about like 9 months ago that the brake light went on. But I wanted to see how long I could actually take the factory pads and rotors. Since I already knew I was replacing both of them, I really didn't care so much if I actually trashed them because I was going to replace them. So this is a good experiment to show you how far they've gone. Once I get the rotors off, I will have them here and I will show you. So I'm going to do a quick movie magic to kind of swap over to them. But what I will say is I'm really excited to show you what we have here today. So as I was compiling this video, I realized that I don't actually have any really good footage of the clicking noise that the J-hook has. I guarantee you there definitely is a clicking noise. The clicking noise happens when you are gliding across the road, so to speak, without the brake depressed. It's almost as if the brake pad is catching slightly on the J-hooks, and that's what's causing that clicking type of noise as you're going down the road. I use ceramic brake pads. They say that if you use OEM brake pads, that noise isn't as pronounced. I'm not so sure about that. Just based off of all the way around I heard it. The best way I can describe it is it's like having baseball cards in all of the rims of the vehicle on each of the corners, and you just get a very pronounced clicking noise. The other thing that I'll say about that is when you're by like a concrete barrier, or you're by like other vehicles going about like 30 to 45 miles an hour with the windows down, you definitely hear the clicking noise. It's a little bit more pronounced. When you hit the brake, it goes away. So I will say I personally don't like that noise. I wouldn't probably do it again if I had a choice, but that doesn't take away from the high quality 034 rotors that they've created. The two-piece rotor system is phenomenal. I had several high-speed braking situations where I had to come to a pretty quick stop, zero fade. It just really is a performance brake product. I liked the look of it. So if you talk about like looks versus sound, they look pretty awesome on the vehicle. And I did have people ask questions about it, like, oh, those look different. Those look like slotted, but different. And it was kind of a conversation piece when people were looking at the vehicle. But again, I don't race the vehicle, which means that it doesn't make sense for me to do that in the future. But I certainly don't want to take away from the awesome engineering of 034 Motorsports. So that is my review. That is what I think about the products. Thank you again, 034 Motorsports, for getting them out to me. I got them on discount during Black Friday, which was pretty awesome. And just really appreciate all of my viewers and everybody keeping this possible. If you found this was interesting to you, please hit the like button and subscribe. Helps grow my channel, and it really helps it make worthwhile for me to continue doing these videos and experiments that I have with my vehicles. Thanks again for watching.
I'm always interested in hearing your opinion, so drop a comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more tangents on cars, products, and more. Thanks again for watching.